today we are going to start chapter 7. Let's divide one whole thing in equal parts. So let us take one whole thing. Suppose this is a page or a paper of your copy. So this is the whole thing. Okay, we will take this as one part or one whole thing. Now I am dividing this whole thing into 4 parts. So I got 4 parts, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now with this from these 4 parts I am taking only one part. So I can write this 4 parts of one part. That is I am taking, one part of 4 parts. That is I am taking one piece of paper from 4 parts of it. Okay. Now if I want to take this part also, so I have taken 1 and 2 parts. So 2 parts of 4 part. Okay. Now if I take 3 parts, so I will write 3 parts of 4 parts. Okay. Now I am writing this also here. So as I can see in this numbers, this is known as a fraction, where this term, that is 1, will be known as numerator and this will be known as denominator. Okay, so numerator is this 1, 2, 3, they are numerator, and denominator are 4 here. These are denominator. So the numbers which are in this position, that is under the division, under this line, and the numbers which are above this line are numerator. Okay. Now suppose I am taking the whole part, that is this also. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So I am taking 4 parts of 4 parts. Okay. So as I can see, 4 and 4 can be divided and I will get 1. That is the whole part. Okay. Now this type of fractions where the numerator is less than denominator. Numerator, as I can see in this type of fraction, numerator is less than denominator. These fractions are known as the real fractions or proper fractions. So these fractions are proper fractions. Why so? Because as I can see that here the numerator is 1, 2 and 3. They are all less than the denominator, that is the 4. So this type of fractions are proper fraction where the numerator is always less than the denominator. Okay. Now if I am taking a fraction here, half, that is 1 parts of 2 equal parts, and 2 by 4, that is 2 parts of 4 equal parts. Okay. Now what is the relation between these 2 fractions? If I take this fraction first, that is 2 by 4, I can write 2 as 2 into 1, right? And I can write 4 as 2 into 2. Now as I know, this line indicates the division, right? So 2 and 2 which can be divided easily, and what I get, that is half, which is same as this, the first fraction. So if I get the same fraction from another fraction, so I can say these 2 fractions are equivalent fractions. So they does not look like same, but if I see this fraction and if I find the lowest fraction, then I can see that is the lowest fraction of this or lowest term of this, then I can see 2 by 4 will be equivalent to 1 by 2 or half, which means 2 by 4 and half are equivalent fraction, because from this what I get? I get half. Just like that, 5 by 10. Now if I want to change this fraction to the lowest form, so 5 into 1 and 5 into 2. As I know, the 10 can be written as 5 into 2. So 5 get cancelled out and I get half here also. So this and this, these all means these two fractions, these all are converted into this half. That is, all this fraction, that is 2 by 4 or 5 by 10, can be written as half, because this is not the lowest form, this is the lowest form. If I change this fraction into the lowest form, I will get half. So this and this three fraction will be known as equivalent fraction. I am writing it clearly, equivalent fraction. Okay, equivalent fraction, this is V. Okay, so in this process, as you have seen here, that I have converted this to fraction into the lowest form. So here I have used a method to express the fraction in their lowest form. What I have used, that is, I have used the I am using the factors. Okay, I am taking the help of factors to reduce this fraction into the lowest form. So here, to reduce the fraction in the lowest form, we can use two methods. That is, I can use the help of factors or I can use the help of HCF. So in this fraction 2 by 4, I have used the factor method, or I am taking the help of factors to reduce it to the simple form or the lowest form. Same time, 5 by 10 is also converted into half by using the lowest term or the simple term. Okay, and we have used the factor method here. So first we are going to learn about how to reduce the factors using, how to reduce the fractions, reduce the fractions in their lowest forms. Okay, now first we will use, that is, I will take the help of factors. Okay, now I am taking an example. First I am taking as example as 12 by 18. So what I am going to do, that is, I am going to change this fraction into its lowest form, or reduce it to its lowest form. So first I have to know the factors of 12. That is, by dividing 12, what we get? We can divide 12 by 2, we get 6, then 3, then 2, or we can write as 2 into 2 into 3. Just like that, we can write 18 as 2, 9, 3, 3, 2 into 3 into 3. So 2 get cancelled out and 3 also get cancelled out. Why? Because the middle line, this straight line indicates the division. So as the 12 is in division with 18, we can easily divide the numerator and denominator. So what we get? 2 by 3. So that this is the lowest form, and as we can see, this is the lowest form because we cannot divide this fraction further, right? Because 2 and 3 cannot be divisible. Let us take another example, 40 by 45. So if I want to reduce it, I will again take the help of factors. That is 40, we can divide it by 5, so we get 8. Can be divided by 2, 4. Can be divided by 2, 2. So we can write 2 into 2 into 2 into 5. At the same time, by taking the factors of 45 means 5 into 9. So 9 can be divided as 3 into 3. So 3 into 3 into 5. Now only 5 can get cancelled out because others number will be not be divisible by anything. So this will be 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, and this is 9. So this fraction is reduced as 8 by 9. This is the process of taking the help of factors. Next I want to take the help of HCF. I am using the same numbers, means same fractions here. So here I will take the help of HCF, 12 by 18. So I have to find the HCF of 12 and 18 by using the shortcut method. Okay, so 12 and 18 can get we can write from this as, we can see that HCF of 12 and 18 is 2 into 3, that is 6. So when we are going to take HCF, we will not use this extra factors, we will only take this factors, or the 2 into 3, that is the HCF. So to reduce this factor using HCF, what I am going to do, that is I am dividing the numerator and denominator with the HCF, that is 12 by 6 and 18 by 6. So as I can see that dividing 12 by 6 I get 2 and dividing 18 by 6 I get 3. So you can recheck with your previous answer that using HCF method I get the same answer. So taking another fraction 40 by 45, here also the HCF of 40 and 45, that is 5, 8 and 9. So I cannot take this because they cannot be they are not divisible, so I will only take 5. So this can be written as 40 by 5 and 45 by 5. So by dividing 40 by 5 we get 8 and we get 9. This is same as the previous one. So here we learned about the two methods of reducing a fraction into its lowest form. Now let us take another example of a fraction. Suppose 2 by 5. This is a fraction and I want to multiply both the numerator and denominator with some number. So suppose I am multiplying with 2 and I am also multiplying this with 2. So what I get? 4 by 10, right? Now if I want to reduce 4 by 10 into its lowest form, what I see, that is the factor of 4 is 2 into 2 and factor of 10 is 5 into 2. Again 2 and 2 will get cancelled out and what will I get? That is 2 by 5, that is this fraction only. Again suppose I have 3 by 7 and I am multiplying with 5, both the numerator and denominator. Okay, so here I get 15 by 35. Now again I want to write the factors and I want to reduce it. So 15 factors of 15 is 3 into 5 and 35 7 into 5. 5 and 5 would get cancelled out and we get 3 by 7, right? The same fraction as this. So here I just want to tell, means I just want to make you understand this, that if we multiply denominator and a numerator or numerator and a denominator with the same number, then there will be no change in the fraction. Okay, if I multiply with 5 and 5, both the numerator and denominator, the number will not change. Here I multiply with 2, the number does not change or the fraction does not change. So this is the case that I can multiply both the numerator and denominator with any number and the fraction will not change. It can be reduced to the same function. Okay, so this is your homework for the next class. So express the fraction in their lowest form. You have to find the lowest form of this fraction. Number A is given as 39 by 65. Number B 96 by 110. Number C 25 by 125 and number D 100 by 200.